Chapter 1 The Mind as Human Homeland. Neither the rays of the sun nor the shining spears of day should shatter this terror and darkness of the mind, but the aspect and reason of nature. Titus Lucretius Carus. An interest in one's environment and the ability to understand it and act within it characterize not only humans, but many animal species as well. Survival is based on these features because living beings need to function in harmony with their surroundings. A harmonious relationship between a living being and its surroundings can only be achieved if the living being is capable of understanding the environment and adapting to it. The spark of curiosity which instigates the study of events around us and within us is found in all humans. The majority of people satisfy their curiosity by learning about the world through upbringing and education during their youth. This curiosity is later suppressed by other life preoccupations and the belief that the world is a known, explored, and well-defined place. In some people, most frequently in intellectuals, that spark ignites an inner flame of aspiration to learn and acquire knowledge. An even smaller number of individuals, stimulated by preferences and aspirations, apply their talents to the quest for new knowledge and become adventurers of the mind, explorers, inventors, philosophers, artists, scientists, theologists. The vibrations of their intellect are stronger than the other people. They demonstrate a strong desire to explore the hidden and extraordinary capacity to acquire new knowledge about ourselves or the universe. By systemizing and verifying knowledge, by transferring it to others, they enrich not only themselves but every one of us individually and the humankind as a whole. These people, who have not lost their youthful ability to wonder at the world and consider it a big riddle, expand the boundaries of knowledge and have an impact on events in general. Their life is filled with the excitement and joy of discovering new worlds and possibilities as they find new paths of self-discovery, of discovering their contemporaries and generations to come. The feeling of dedication to small or great, but always exciting ideas, the joy that the heart feels when its passionate thirst for knowledge is satisfied, and the awareness that generations will benefit from one's work are simply magnificent. Our contemporary, the writer Richard Bach, speaks of these feelings through the real Jonathan Seagull who lives within us all. We can lift ourselves of ignorance. We can find ourselves as creatures of excellence and intelligence and skill. We can be free. We can learn to fly. How much more is now to living? Instead of our drab slogging forth and back, the goal sees farthest who flies highest. The ghosts who scorn perfection, for the sake of travel, go nowhere. Slowly, those who put aside travel for the sake of perfection, go anywhere, instantly. Already as infants, individual human children, we faced the enormous, unknown, and challenging world. Thousands of years ago, we also faced it as a weak and frightened but curious young biological species. Already then, the outer world revealed itself as a fusion of the desirable and the unpleasant. It was a source of different pleasures, from satisfying hunger and thirst to the feeling of motherly and overall family warmth and safety. However, we also had to deal with troubling feelings caused by threats from the outer world, feelings of fragility and uncertainty, hunger, thirst, pain, loneliness, dependency on others, the darkness of the night, presence of unknown people, things, animals, and unknown phenomena such as thunder and lightning. But those did not stop us from interacting with the outer world to discover pleasure, joy, love, and happiness, to grow into social beings. Beauty and pleasance or ugliness, danger and discomfort, are they not a reason enough to devote ourselves to attempts to comprehend them, to learn how to increase the number of pleasant experiences and how to avoid the unpleasant ones? Is it not true that, as early as that, we find not only an instinctive but also a rational need to explore the unknown? For time will come when diligent research over long periods will bring to light things which now lie hidden. A single lifetime, even though entirely devoted to the sky, would not be enough for the investigation of so vast a subject. And so this knowledge will be unfolded only through long successive ages. There will come a time when our descendants will be amazed that we did not know things that are so plain to them. Many discoveries are reserved for ages still to come, when memory of us will have been effaced. Our universe is a sorry little affair unless it has in it something for every age to investigate. Nature does not reveal all her secrets at once and for all. Lucius Annaeus Seneca. It was only natural that we should direct our attention to the outer world. Initially, as children, we explored our closest environment and our family to gradually expand our interest to a wider circle of friends, acquaintances, and neighbors. During schooling, the scope of our interest widens to our place of residence, the city and the country we live in, as well as our planet. Finally, the entire universe enters our scope of interest, and we direct our attention towards our own kind. We're interested in the anatomy and the function of the entire body, specific tissues, organs, cells, organelles, proteins, nucleic acids, and other molecules, not only in humans but in all living beings. The interest is directed towards the entire universe and expanded to atomic and subatomic particles and forces which drive all these mechanisms. However, we are not intrigued only by the material world, but also challenged by the problems of consciousness, truth, being, God, purpose, ethics, aesthetics, cognition. Both our individual lives and the history of our species abound with different challenges. Objects of research and its aims are changing. Variability is also typical of the cognitive development of the humankind. We arrive at this conclusion by observing the course of human history, from the era when our distant relatives began creating an early civilization through the discovery of fire and metal, first tools, weapons, ways of planting plants, and breeding animals, to the period marked by the development of speech, discovery of the wheel, bread making techniques, writing, the compass, and finally, to the age of the steam engine, the invention of the internal combustion engine and computers, appearance of quality medicine, underwater settlements, and restaurants. Therefore, it is understandable that many people, driven by different reasons, succumbing to the challenge of finding new solutions, have devoted themselves to finding and transferring knowledge. The methods and the objectives differ, from mystical, religious, and philosophic ones to artistic, professional, political, scientific, and other.